Racetrack right now down into turn number 1 and 2. Sportsman cars here tonight. The FX Caprara Honda Dirt Car Sportsman feature. 20 laps will be the distance here on Jiffy Dumpsters night at the Speedway. The 10B of Jamie Brown will sit inside row number 1. Outside him, the 18E is Gavin Eisele. Row number 2, Jessica Power to the inside. And on the high side will be Josh Reome in the number 91. Eric Nier's number 34 and Joel Hall, the 29J, make up row number 3. Row number 4, Brian Hudson, the number 621, and Derek Webb, the 66W. Jarrett Herbison's number 38J and Taylor Caprara's 21 make up row 5. Row 6, the 60 of Jackson Gill on the low side, and alongside will be added Anthony Stockman in the 57. David Rogers, number 44, will sit inside row number 7. On the outside, last week's feature winner, Jack Meeks, in the number 1. The Devin Willis, number 7W, sits inside our 8th row, and alongside will be Andrew Wren in the number 415. Dalton Rombough's number 41 and Preston Forbes, the 45R, make up row number 9. Row 10 to the inside, Justin Gadbaw, the number 18, and Skylar Greenfield, the 76G. George Sanford, the 25 ride, sits inside row number 11, and on the high side will be Trevor Gibbons in the 621G. Jordan Kelly's number 24 and CJ Castelletti's number 117 make up our 12th row, and our final row shotgun on the field, the number 83D, is Dustin Bradley. Once again, the FX Caprara Honda Dirt Car Sportsman 20-lap feature brought to you by Jiffy Dumpsters here tonight. For the third week in a row, good-looking field of Sportsman cars. They'll work off turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. For 2 spot, the young lady goes to the inside of the racetrack. They work off turn number 2, power down to the bottom as they come off the turn down in front, scoring lap number 1. Eisele will be your leader. Jamie Brown shuffles back to the number 3 position as they work into turn number 2. Down the back stretch, Jamie Brown drops back to 3rd. Josh Reome chasing in. Then it's Joel Hall, Derek Webb, Eric Nier. Caution out on the Speedway. We got a car around backwards over in turn number 2. A couple of cars getting together inside of that first row, and we get ready to go back to green. Down to the turn of 3 and 4, they'll pound the throttle. Green flag will come out. Power drifts off the bottom of the racetrack. She may have the lead when we come to the line. Jessica Power down to the inside. Gavin Eisele off the top side. Drag race off turn number 2. One car way off the racing surface up on top of turn number 2. We'll make it back out, so we'll stay green. So Power in front with Gavin Eisele. They're side by side off 4. Eisele up the hill, and that opens the door for Power to try underneath the pad for car lane as she came back to the line. Josh Reome chasing them down into turn 1 and 2. Yellow flag is out on the Speedway once again. And now we got a bunch of cars together over at turn number 1. We had cars spun around over at turn number 1, and then they're going to collect a bunch of the back markers here. Back out onto the racetrack. Came out right in the middle of the field, but did the right thing and dropped all the way back through the pack to the rear. We get ready to go back to green. Billy Eisele ready to pull the pace truck into the infield. We get ready to go back to green. A good field of Sportsmen for the third week in a row here at Can-Am, and right now the young lady out of Rockville continuing to show the way. Or Kingston, excuse me. Out of turn number 4, green flag is back in the air, and Power pounds the throttle down into turn number 1. Power bottom of the racetrack. Gavin Eisele continues to work the outside. They'll drag race off turn number 2 side by side. 3 wide behind them. Battle for the number 3 spot. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Josh Reome right through the middle of the field as they come off turn number 4. They'll come down the front stretch, and Jackson Gill did a masterful job of threading the needle, putting the number 60 up into the front, and we got a car around over in turn number. Cars together over in turn number 3 and 4 again. Turn number 3 and 4 still having company with Gavin Eisele on the outside. Back to green they will go. Power comes off the bottom of the speedway. Eisele to the outside. Here comes Jackson Gill on number 16. Gill now battling for the number 4 spot. He'll come up on the inside trying to take the 3rd spot away. And they're 3 wide again. Battle for number 4 down into turn number 3. Cars stacked up side by side, battling for the number 4 spot off turn number 4 down the front stretch. They will come. It's going to be the 21 of Taylor Caprara able to take over the number 4 spot. Caprara able to slide out in front of Jackson Gill's number 60 and Joel Hall's number 29 to take over that next position as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. Good battle again shaping up front of the field. Jessica Power lets the car drift to the top side, and Eisele able to take the spot away. Joel Hall back to the number 3 position as they work off turn number 2. Eisele 2 spot. Hall slides up into the number 2 position. Taylor Caprara not done yet. He'll hit the cushion off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Has to bring the car back down onto the racing surface, and that's going to allow Hall to hold on to the number 2 position. Gavin Eisele right now just sitting out there trying to hold off this hard-charging field down the front stretch. Jessica Power slipping back to the number 4 spot, and she's got company from the number 44 of David Rogers. Rogers very quickly working up through the field. Rogers started all the way back to 13th starting position, has worked up into the top 5 now as they swing into the north end of the racetrack. Rogers down to the bottom of the racetrack trying to pick up more position, works off the bottom cushion, looking underneath the Power number 52 as he'll slide underneath Jessica Power. Jackson Gill all the way to the outside of the racetrack, so Power able to take that spot back, and here comes the 44 of Rogers one more time. Josh Reome chasing him as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. They come down that front stretch, that battle continuing. Jack Meeks now very quickly works the top cushion. He'll get around the outside of Jackson Gill. Great race out here for the Sportsman. Midway down the backstretch, we got 3 or 4 side-by-side battles throughout the field. Cross flags coming up, and look at this 3-car battle front of the track. Down the front stretch, Gavin Eisele, Performance Automotive out of Hartsville, New York, trying to hold on to the lead, and he's got company again as they work off turn number 2. Joel Hall very quickly coming up to battle with him. Joel Hall out of Evans Mills, the TC Roofing, John Hoover in ride, holds on to the number 2 spot as he'll look to the inside of turn number 4. Eisele lets it drift to the top side, and then Caprara sitting 4 car lengths back as they come to the line. David Rogers will now challenge him for the 3 position. Off turn number 2, Rogers. The Lakeside Property Management Guide comes to the bottom of the speedway. He'll take over the 3rd spot from Taylor Caprara, but Caprara's not done. He'll hit the cushion over turn number 4, drives around the outside of the speedway, and Caprara racing down the front stretch, a half a car length back from Rogers in the battle for the 3 spot. Back up front, we got a battle for the lead off turn number 2. Down to the inside of the racetrack, here comes Joel Hall, the number 29. He'll slide underneath the Gavin Eisele, number 18. They switch lanes over at turn number 4. Eisele gets right behind him now as they come down the front stretch. The 44 of David Rogers watching this battle unfold out in front of him. Caprara's got the best seat in the house to watch, but not where he wants to be right now as they head down the backstretch. Jessica Power gets shuffled back to the number 5 spot. They'll work off turn number 4. This time coming back towards the stripe. Joel Hall, David Rogers, Gavin Eisele, Taylor Caprara, Jessica Power, Jackson Gill, Jack Meeks, Josh Reome, Dalton Rombough, George Kelly, Garrett Webb, Anthony Stockman, Jamie Brown, Preston Forbes, Jared Herbison, Devin Wells, and Justin Gadbaw. Greenfield and CJ Castelletti the way they're running right now. Our leaders are going to have lap traffic sitting right in their laps very quickly now as they work down the backstretch into turn number 3. keep an eye on that battle as they come off turn number 4, charging down the front stretch this time. It will be out in front of the field, bringing them back to the stripe. Joel Hall has opened up about an 8-car advantage over the 44 of David Rogers. Rogers trying to reel him in. Hall very quickly works off the top of the Speedway. Rogers into the number 2 spot, followed by the 18 of Gavin Eisele. Eisele, the early leader, now sitting about 4 car lengths back from that battle for the number 2 position. They work through turn number 4 down the stripe. They will come. Joel Hall coming to line, turning at 23.351 second. Dave Rogers just a tick quicker at 23.24, and Gavin Eisele at 23.61. But starting to run out of time here. If David Rogers wants to catch the back of Joel Hall's ride, he's going to have to hope that some of this lap traffic is going to get in the way as they come off turn number 4. Hall now has a couple of lap cars, 3 car lengths out in front of him over in turn number 2. Hall being very quickly, works off the middle of the Speedway, down the backstretch, he will go. Rogers again 5 car lengths back as they head to turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be waving this time. So our leader looking at the back of lap traffic, white flag will be coming out. And now Joel Hall sitting behind another lap car. And here comes David Rogers. Rogers comes flying up to get within 4 car lengths. Hall doing a nice job, comes to the bottom of the racetrack, able to clear a lap car down the back. And Joel Hall opens up a 5-car lead down into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Joel Hall works off the bottom of turn number 4 down the front stretch. He will go. Joel Hall is going to score the win in the number 29. Second spot's going to belong to David Rogers. He'll be followed by Gavin Eisele, Taylor Caprara, Jackson Gill, Jessica Power, Jack Meeks, Dalton Rombough, Anthony Stockman, and Jordan Kelly is going to round out the top 10 here for our Dirt Car Sportsman feature win. Well, very quickly, the steering wheel coming off inside the number 29J of Joel Hall. Your FX Caprara Honda Dirt Car Sportsman, the feature winner here this evening at TC Roofing, John Hoover in ride, and he's got a big smile inside the car. The gloves come flying off, and now working on unstrapping that helmet. That was a great battle. Good field of Sportsman again for the 3rd time, and Joel Hall coming from a few spots back in the field to drive his way up to the front. Getting all the gear off, ready to climb out on the backside. Your FX Caprara Honda Sportsman winner, here's Joel Hall! Joel Hall, you started back a few rows, and man, this thing drove like an animal up to the front.
Boy, what a workout that was. I mean, we got to thank the crew, the guys. They work hard in the garage every week. Got to thank TC Roofing, John Hoover and O'Donnell's Trucking. And there's a bunch more.
I said, this car started back a few rows. Now, it looks like you were able to turn the car anywhere you wanted to go.
Yeah, it felt good. We finally figured out some stuff on it this year. Got a new shot guy, figured out some stuff, and she was starting to come forward this year. So
track looked like it's starting to slick up a little bit. You guys were twisting and turning a little bit. Like I said, you were able to put it where you needed to go.
That's for sure.
Congratulations, Joel.